Everyone, and welcome back. Today I got to talk to Omar from MiLina Cuisine, located in Sarahbrook Plaza, right next to ShopRite. It was great to hear his story of how he left a completely different industry to start in the restaurant industry with a few of his friends, and you get to meet them too. So I'm going to include details below of how to contact them, how to order from them, and enjoy. Okay.
Great.
When did you guys get started?
Well, we started we started in November of 2017, and so we're making 2 years and 5 months.
Okay. Before that, what were you kind of getting yourself into?
Well, before that, I used to work for Verizon. I was in the technology end.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
yeah, my business partner Lena and Carlos, they were both. Lena was accounting in the accounting field, and Carlos and I used to own a distribution company, which led us into the restaurant business.
Oh wow! So how'd you guys all cross paths? How did Lena come into the
Well,
picture?
we were good friends. We're basically family. This is a family restaurant. And when I lost my job with Verizon, and the idea came up. We were fumbled with the idea of open up a restaurant. We just didn't know how big or where we were gonna target it. I lived in Sayreville for 30 years. Okay, so I know Sayreville. I know it's an American town. So I was a little hesitant in the beginning, open up a Latin restaurant. We're basically the first one, a Colombian restaurant here. As a predominantly American neighbor, it's kind of tough to establish yourself in a place like that.
Right, right.
That's how we came about. And once we fumbled the idea, we put it on paper. There was no stopping it. We just went it from there.
It was something exciting.
Yeah, the idea came up in the beginning of 2017, and everything materialized by November of 2017 with the licenses and everything. But we were working for a good 9 months with this.
Oh wow! So do you have experience? I know you worked in Verizon, but do you have any experience owning a business before this?
Yeah, I had a couple of small business technology based. I used to have school, training school, and I used to have a small business when I was many years ago in New York, but I didn't have a food business. Lena, my partner, and Carlos, they had some experience in this in Colombia, so they own a food business. So that's how we came about. I basically my expertise is basically system managing and technology and managing people operations, and so that's we complement each other. So that's how we came about.
So it sounds like there's a good amount of like expertise in different sectors of a small business that you guys are merging together.
Exactly, exactly.
So
That was the magic. That was the magic of our team. We complement in different parts that each of us is weak,
Mhm.
so we complement each other and we come up with a very strong team.
What do you think that was a huge struggle when it came that you didn't foresee when starting this?
The biggest struggle for us in this was establishing a Colombian restaurant in an American town of Sayreville. Most American people, as myself, because I live here in the United States since I was 13, I'm basically American, but I do have a lot of roots. And by the way, I am Bolivian. I am not. My partner is Colombian. My partners, but we went with Colombian. But the biggest struggle was for an American town to accept and to I guess, exposed to the taste, the food, which most people are afraid. Most people generalize Spanish music, Spanish food as one type. It's
Right.
like most people try Mexican, they think all food is. Some people think all food is like Mexican. So for us to establish, it took us. It was a big, It wasn't hard, but it was a lengthy period, about a year, and it took a year for people to become aware of our food and taste it and like it. Whoever comes here, they become addicted. So that was a big struggle. But now, we overcame that. Most people know us, and that's it. That's history, man.
I totally understand that because a lot of times I'm Indian, so if you couldn't tell, when people think of Indian food, they think of just one generic types, but then there's
That's right.
whole different states, and then there's surrounding countries, and it might be off by a little bit. Well, we could tell the differences, so I totally understand where you're coming from.
I love Indian food, and we always think like, but Indian food is like one type because somebody told me this, and it's huge.
It's huge.
North and yes.
As soon as you drive maybe 30 kilometers, you're in a different place and everyone speaks a different language. So it's a
That's right.
so I totally understand. The But when you started the business, so the first year it was establish yourself as the Colombian restaurant. What would you say sets you guys apart from, I guess, another Colombian restaurant or another restaurant in general then, besides the culture?
Okay. Every type of restaurant that you know that in the wherever it is the actual the recipe and the spices and everything that you put into the food. Everything is different. Like Indian, you know, I love the spices. I would never be able to recreate that spice. In the same sense that we have our recipes for our food that is very traditional to Colombia. And we do also have other dishes that Latin that are non-Colombian, but predominantly is Colombian. But what separates from us is that we have a unique taste of Colombian food.
Mm.
And we also buy the food as we have somebody, like I told you, Carlos, he does the supplying of food to our restaurant. He basically goes and he bids and he fights to get the best product of like the best meat, the best vegetables. So we have fresh food here, and the difference of us is that we are here all full time dedicated to this business. I don't know how it's gonna be, but give it a lot of love.
Oh, well,
And
well,
yeah, any business that you have full time, 3 people giving it a lot of love, you only see the results after.
yeah, of course, it's good to hear too. And I always want to ask, like anytime I go into a restaurant or any business really, where they offer food, one of my main questions I ask is, hey, what would you want me to try, or what's your favorite on the dish? And then I just kind of go with that. So if I were to come into your restaurant and I ask you that question, what would you say I have to try?
Well, the first thing I would ask you is, are you a meat lover?
Oh,
Some people don't like meat. Some people are vegetarian. Some people are like chicken only. Some people like fish.
I eat
Well,
everything.
if you eat everything, I would say our specialty is we consider a steakhouse.
Okay.
Uh, so we have the best steaks of its kind. We have like 3 kinds of steaks. So I would try our entraña, which is a skirt steak.
Okay.
Our skirt steak is one of the best. The way we season it and the type of meat that we buy certified meat. Always very good. We put it through the test. We taste it before we even put it on. We sell every batch that we have. So I would order a juicy steak with any size that you want. We have potatoes, we have fries, we have what do you call it? Arepas. We have There's like a bunch of sides that you could use, but our steaks are number one. And if you want to be experimental, you want to try something more traditional, our biggest dish that sells is a bandeja paisa, which is a typical platter from Colombia. It has different types of meat. It has chorizo meat, it has avocado, it has arepa, it has rice, and
Holy crap.
the beans on the side. It's a nice platter.
Yeah, you get
Fill you up. So those are the 2 things. Now, of course, all the other dishes are also good, but highly recommended are the platters. Also, we have fish. If you like fish, we have like the snapper family. We have the red tilapia, which is a whole fish. You see the whole fish in front of you, and you eat it. People love that if you love fish. We have salmon. We have tilapia too, the regular tilapia, the fillets. So, and that's just tipping the tip of the iceberg. There's tons of other delicious food.
That's awesome. My dad's more of a fish person, so I know exactly what he's ordering if we come. And, speaking of which, during this time, I know less people are going out and venturing out, and restaurants are kind of re-strategizing in how they deliver food. What are you guys doing during the pandemic to change things up and whatnot?
Well, we're following all our health leaders and recommendations. We follow it by teeth. We're talking when we deliver, we properly wear masks and gloves. We carry bags. We don't really become in distance with the customer less than 6 feet. They pick up the food. We put it in a bag. They put it. They come out. They pick it up, and there's little interaction as far as to transmit. For the pickup orders, we also have a front side that also is protected. We close the whole restaurant, and you also come pick up the food. You just pay, and there's a distance, and there's we take all the precautions that we have. Also disinfectants everywhere, and we have to do that.
Of course.
that we
And
have.
just so everyone knows, how could they best reach out to you guys? DoorDash, what do you guys do? Uber Eats?
Okay, we are listed. We deliver through GrubHub,
Hmm.
UberEats, and Doordash. Through GrubHub, UberEats, and Doordash, and we also take deliveries over the phone call. So you could call us our number. If you go to our Facebook link or our www.milinacuisine.com, you can find us there our number, whichever you feel comfortable with.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah, the food is delivered on time. I think we perfection the delivery time. So that was our biggest struggle at the beginning because there was a lot of hurdles out of delivering the food within a decent amount of time. We haven't had any complaints as far as delivery time. You do have to wait a little bit, but cooking and delivering, you get your food within time. The food comes fresh, comes warm, and you could eat it. Pretty good.
That's good. That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, how did you come up with the name MiLina Cuisine?
Okay. As I told you, my partner, my business partner, Lena, and her husband, Carl. Lena is a very unique name. I mean, Lena. So in Colombia, an affectionate way of calling somebody is by adding an adjective for my. For example, my J's, my, in Spanish is me J, me John. So Milena is me Lena. It's an affectionate
Okay.
somebody. Me Lena is like my. So she always used to call us by me, my name. So then I said, when we came up with the name, is how about Milina? It was a very catchy name. We did a whole list of like 200 names. That was caught, everybody's vote. So we said it, and it stuck. MiLina Cuisine. That's the name.
That's awesome. And I'm assuming Lena's there. And
Yes, Lina's there. Let me call her. Lina. Llámale a Lina. Malaysia. Llámale a Lina. Y Carlos. I'm going to get her here.
Okay.
Yeah, she's coming out soon.
You guys are still busy and in the restaurant. That's awesome.
Yeah, we're working. It's moving. It's moving. I mean, obviously, it's not as before, but deliveries are. A lot of people like to eat at home.
Right, and it seems like when I call businesses to do these interviews, it's either they're not picking up at all or they're extremely busy.
Yes.
It's an interesting take, and I'm always wondering, like,
yes.
You guys are doing something.
No. Okay, so here's Lena. Here's my partner, Lena.
Hey.
As you can see, the logo, MiLina, it was after her.
That's awesome. Looking forward to taste the food.
Yes.
You're working hard right now, huh?
Yeah, this is Jay's.
Hi, Jay. How are you?
I'm good. I was just talking to Omar, and he was telling nothing but good things about you and the food.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes. As you can tell, she's the image of MiLina Cuisine, and
That's awesome.
And most people come in here, they want to meet who's MiLina. And
I am
yeah. She works in the kitchen. She manages the whole kitchen,
Uh-huh.
manages the chef and everything. But she came up with the recipes. She's originally from Bogota, but she has roots from Barranquilla, which is a different part of the country of Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
And this has a touch of Barranquilla, which is a different city of Bogota within Colombia.
That's awesome. Lena, how long have you been cooking?
¿Cuánto tiempo has
Um, in this
About 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Nothing at a commercial level,
Right.
but she's cooking for 20 years.
Right. That's
She's cooking here.
are these recipes that were handed down, or you just made them up yourself?
Las recetas son de herencia o de
yeah,
familia?
algunas, yeah.
Yeah, some of them are. Yeah, some of them. That's right. Some of our family handouts and hereditary. Yeah, and other ones we also came up with them because, as you know, in the kitchen you got to be creative, innovative. Yeah,
Right.
but stuff came for traditional. All the platters, tradition. But then you always have to add your special spice.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
We have a chef, a very good chef, who also puts in his recommendations. We will approve it, and once we come up with a recipe, it's final. It's official.
That's awesome. Is there anything that you guys changed up since you guys started because something didn't work or something does work more? What do you think has something that?
Yeah, well, we changed a few things. We changed the way that we improved our furniture when it was open. We upgraded. At the beginning, it was we started with a predominantly white color, but we came up with a more as you can see the back, it's a more mustard. That's
Tropical.
Yeah, more tropical color. Then we also improved our delivery time and our cooking time. We improved a lot because in the beginning, as you know, we were struggling with the time. Now a cook goes out within an average of 12 to 15 minutes goes out.
Oh,
And
wow.
whatever times. And also the recipes, you know, we improved everything based on customer input. The customer came, we cannot please everybody, but as most customers, they demand something, a change in something. We like to, you know, satisfy the customer. So we made some changes to the recipes to adjust to the customers.
That's awesome.
Yeah, those are minor changes that we did. Basically, the heart of the you know, recipes is always the same.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. And I'm
Yeah, we wanna introduce you to Carlos here.
Oh yeah.
He handles the like I said, the food the supply.
Hey,
He
man,
goes
how are
out.
you?
He's a hunter. He goes hunt for the cows.
Thank you for
the matter of you know speaking. You know.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, his name is Carlos. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you guys
How's
are all
everything? Thank you. Thank you for everything. It's a good idea.
I'm
Do
just
you need help?
I'm
Do
not
you need
good.
help?
Yeah,
Let
I
me.
figured everyone's ready to talk, and you know it's a great opportunity to put a face to what it is that what makes up this town. You know, that's
Of course.
at least.
Of course. Thank you, man.
Yeah. Jay, thank you.
Where do you guys see yourself in like 10 years or so?
Okay, that's a good question. Okay, we go in this for the long haul. We don't want to go into. We do not want to be a small mom and pop restaurant. We go into the big haul. Ideally, what we want to do is probably franchise eventually. We work a lot on the brand. Our idea is to expand, to let nationwide be known.
Okay.
Cuisine, okay, and that's our goal, our main goal. God willing, you know, we will do it. You know, as things could change, but that's our goal for now.
I love the aspirations, and I wish you the best too, because I know I feel the love and I feel the team dynamic, and I don't want to take up too much of your time too. But I appreciate you taking the time to for this interview.
Thank you, Jason. Good luck in your real estate career. I know you're a good, friend of my daughter, and pleasure to actually, meet you and even though through Zoom. And I wish you the very best. Okay. And
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And I'll be calling this
Thank
week.
you.
I'll be calling this week for some food. You got my interest with all the meat and the fish.
Okay.
There you go. All right. Listen. Thanks for everything. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.